Why is this not being reported in the media?
Well, oftentimes when especially our children are reported missing, they're classified as a runaway. And if you're classified as a runaway, you do not receive any type of media coverage or the Amber Alert. And we are seeing where when our children or our women go missing, they're being deemed involved with some type of criminal activity. And that deviant behavior is happening and frequent and the norm for that community.
How does
Assalamu alaikum, dear sister. How you doing?
I am wonderful by the grace and divine mercy of Allah.
First and foremost, I want to thank you. It is an honor and a privilege to actually catch you in this moment and just highlight the beautiful work that you're doing. First and foremost, tell the people who you are, dear sister.
My name is Sister Sudan Muhammad. I'm a proud member of the Nation of Islam and Muhammad's Mosque number 4. In Washington, D.C., we created a magazine called Youth Creation Community Outreach so that we can allow or create a platform for those in the community to give them a voice.
Yes, ma'am. So, to get to it, sister, the work you do in the community, you want to share your platform of the work that you're actually doing, your experiences. Tell the people what you actually do in that community, dear sister.
Oh, yes, sir. Let me humbly say, we are so grateful to Allah that because of the study guide, self-improvement, the basis for community development, which I believe that everybody should have, go on www.noi.org and get your copy. It inspired us to create a magazine and an outreach for the people. We actually started talking to people, listening, finding out what the needs were in the community, and we started serving the people. First, it actually started out through food, bringing food to the people, and then it grew to something bigger.
Blessings. This is Sister Sudan Muhammad with my sisters here, and please let the listening audience know what you need. Bras, underwear, toiletries, panties, underwears. We're grateful for whatever you bring here, but we especially need those things, and we would appreciate it. Thank you. Putting on her makeup, she looks good, and you keep yourself looking good.
Well, thank you, honey.
Look,
You're the queen. I'm a reflection of you.
Hey, see, that's what I'm talking about. And look, I went to the beauty supply store to get some hair and stuff. She like to keep her hair looking good, and that's a sign. When you reach a certain age, you tell the people, don't you still want to look good?
Yes, I do. I'm gonna look good.
See,
I tell my sons that. They tell Mama, what you need makeup and your nails done? Because I'm alive.
That's
and
right.
I want to look good. I'm gonna look good.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You go ahead.
I mean, I know I don't have to, and I know God did a better job than I can do. But nothing wrong with making best better.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
You
about.
make the best better, right?
See, that's what I'm talking about. We're going to set up a restaurant right out here in Southeast.
Right. Good old road. Some good old food.
With some good food. Yeah. Good food. So when you come out here, don't bring garbage. Bring out good food for good people.
That good Indian food. I'm in the food. And look, and the hands that prepared the good food, she has a good heart.
See,
she was loving it.
I put love in it and I prayed over it.
Yes, ma'am. So I know you deal with a lot of our homeless sisters and stuff of that nature. Can you expound on that, sister?
Oh my goodness. There's a cry in the wilderness of North America. The poor have no voice. Our homeless sisters, especially our homeless sisters, are suffering. In Washington, D.C. and throughout the DMV, but especially in D.C., a lot of our sisters are on the streets. They're living in cars. They're sleeping under bridges. And what I want to share is that a lot of our sisters are being raped. They're being raped. They're being beaten. One sister was sharing with me that...
Peace and great blessings. This is Sudan Muhammad. I'm here with my sister Chrissy, who knows the street, and she is a street reporter. And Chrissy, when you was talking about the women, the homeless women, and this human trafficking or sex trafficking that's out here and they can't get into a shelter, what happens to them?
They get raped. They sleep out here on the streets, as you see. Matter of fact, there's a pile of blankets up at the street, up at the corner. When they can't get into the building, it's hypothermia. They tell them no. They come out here with their blankets. They sleep out here. You got dudes out here that would just come up to their females and just rape them under their blankets, and then they leave them. Dudes out here, they won't believe the females. Because why? We are homeless. All they know is a female laying on the street. They don't care.
They're being raped. They're being beaten. One sister was sharing with me that she was raped, and while the guy was raping her, he actually broke her leg, and she was screaming because she was in so much pain, saying my leg is broke. And she said this guy just continued on. And what was horrifying was, after this sister was raped, and she was a police officer came. They heard her. The guy was arrested. She was brought to the hospital. She said that the staff at the hospital treated her like she was an animal, like it was her fault. She said she was treated so bad, and she believed the treatment was like that because she was homeless.
Sister, what's your name again?
My name's Karanaville. I'm the Holy Quran, the good book.
Sister, and a brother beat you up.
Yes, sir.
And why did he beat you up? Well, I mean, what happened? He had no right to do it, but what happened?
He wanted to rip me off for my money. He wanted to see how much money I had in my pocket. He tried to be my friend and see how much money I had in my pocket. All the time he ripped me off. He ripped me off. He beat me up, ripped me off, took all my money.
So he beat you up and took all your money.
Yeah.
Was there anybody, you said that you were almost left for dead?
Yes, he left me behind, bro. He wanted to find me.
He left you behind?
Trash can for dead.
Oh my God, sister,
I had to walk home.
you had to walk home.
And walk to the hospital.
Okay.
Wow.
So this is some of the stuff that's happening. One sister who's homeless had 4 children while she was out on the street. And each time she's raped, she has a child, and the hospital takes a baby. So this is just some of the stuff that's happening that we need to be aware of.
Won't even give you $1. I was like, yeah, but they'll give me, I can have all the money in the world and I degrade myself for them. They'll give me anything in the world.
And you homeless, sister, out here, and instead of people helping you, they want you to
help me. They want me to open my mouth and give them a blowjob for $10 to $20 like they don't have mothers, sisters, or daughters. Like I'm not somebody's mother, daughter, or sister. Like just to degrade yourself like you're nothing, but you're a woman and you're supposed to be upheld and helped, and they don't. They look at you like you a piece of trash. Like you just out here, you a drug addict or something. Like you can't be down with your life. And some people are just really down on their life.
Yes, ma'am. So, from your assessment, when you go to different programs, you mentioned disappointment in some of our leadership that are ignoring this crisis. Can you give us a little feedback on that?
I want to say, by the divine grace and unmatched mercy of Allah, because my daughters are musicians, we've been invited to a lot of venues and using the harp as a healing instrument. And I've been around a lot of professional people, and because DC is a political town, a lot of people in a position of authority really can help. And I noticed that at a lot of these events, it was more like a photo op. That they were taking pictures with these people that were suffering or in the poor neighborhoods, and then when you do a follow-up, to see you said you was going to donate this money, you said you was going to help and do this, and you follow up with these people, they don't have anything to do with you. And I have followed up with people via email. They've given me their numbers. I have called them, and it was like it was a game. So the people who are in the street, who are in survival mode, who have a sixth sense, because they have to know, they have a couple of seconds to fill you out to see if you're real, if you're for real. They know that this is a game. So me, personally, because of my personal experience, I don't get caught up in that. So we just have to stop playing games with the people. If you're going to do something, do it. Stop playing.
Yes, ma'am. So what is the help that is needed so we can assist sisters such as yourself and other programs that are hearing the cries, that are actually doing the work? What are you looking for the community to aid in this system?
Well, I want to say in the summertime, we put on social media, we were asking for donations of water. A lot of the homeless people, kidneys were shut down, dying, because at a certain time they kicked out of the shelter, so they're on the street. So when we have extremely hot days, they can't even go into the shelter, because that's another thing. They're being treated so inhumanely by those in a position of authority. They shouldn't even have these jobs if you're going to treat people like that, but they can't even go in and get water. So we ask for stuff like bottled water. Like a homeless guy just asked me if I can provide him with candles, the liquid, I forgot what it's called. You know, hand sanitizer. Women have asked me for sanitary napkins, just toiletries. And I've asked people, you know, I'll sound the alarm and ask for certain things. If you can help me so that I can give it to the people. Things like that.
Yes, ma'am. Any closing words, dear sister, in reference to what other support you're looking for?
I just, you know, we have a magazine called Youth Creation Community Outreach. If you could support our magazine, from the support or the proceeds of the magazine is helping us to continue with our work in the community. We don't have a 501c3. We're not getting any help from the government. So any help that you can give to us while we're out here, it would be greatly appreciated.
Frank, this brother is very supportive. I think aloud for you. I think aloud for you, Brother Frank. You didn't have to do what you do, and every time a magazine comes out, this brother always supports us.
Need it. The city needs it.
Thank you.
I deal with youth. They gotta be able to see the beauty of themselves. So I thank Almighty God for your ministry, sister. And all I need is that reminder, because I want to do right by God, and to do right by your ministry is to gain favor with God himself.
Yes, ma'am. So we look forward to doing more work with you, dear sister. Is there a contact information or anything that we can do if anybody want to reach out to your program, website or email that you can share?
I'm on social media. Sister Sudan Muhammad on Facebook. You can inbox me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I want to give my personal number if you want to help, which is 301-996-3839. Again, my name is Sudan Muhammad.
Thank you, dear man. Allah continue to bless you in all the work that you do. We definitely appreciate the hard work and sacrifice that you give, sister. May Allah continue to bless you.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, sister.
Alaikum salam.
Farrakhan, I would take my hat off to you. I'm thankful for you. I'm not Muslim, but I believe in everything. I believe there is a higher power. But thank you very, very much for sending this lovely young lady and her beautiful girls out here to help us.
These young girls have grown up without being abused. When you abuse a girl, it's worthy of death.
That's right. Teach a lesson, baby.
Because what you don't know about the value of the female, the Native Americans can teach more about the value of the female than any religion that I've seen. Islam is my faith, but I don't like the practice in the way it treats women. Come on. It's so different from what the prophet wanted. Yes. The way Christians treat their women is so different than what Jesus wanted. The way the Jews treat their women is so much different than what Moses wanted. Till women all over the world are crying out because they're abused and misused and disrespected, because we men don't know the value of a good woman. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught me that woman is the heaven of man. You don't need to die and go to heaven. If you're alive and know how to treat a woman, you got heaven on earth while you live through a woman, if you understand. She's created. She's created by God to console a man, to give him peace and quiet of mind. That's the Quranic view. The Bible says she's created by God to help man to meet the obligation that God laid on man. She's his natural helper. But a man don't need a woman who's going no place with no idea, no vision, no plan. when you abuse a woman, you kill the essence of her being and what God has put in her for man. So you ruin her in her future. When she meets the man that she loves, she can hardly give him what God put in her to give him because she's been wounded. And unless God healed that woman, her man will become dissatisfied. She wants to give him, but she can't. There's pain and hurt. So she'll go from man to man, never finding what she wants, and ends up becoming a lesbian or a prostitute. And you, who don't know how to control yourself and how to guide and control and protect your home, can't deal with the intelligence of a woman except through your fists. Then when you find you can't handle her even with that, then you become a homosexual. And then the preachers and the teachers can't talk about what God wants. Because you're more political than you are a man or woman of God. So you allow madness to go on in the church as long as money comes in. Nobody wants to represent God like God should be represented. Come on.